Good morning, USA. This is your host, Mr. Nick. Welcome. Let's begin by getting that coffee out. Stay tuned. Excuse me. Some good coffee. Anyway, folks, welcome again. This is your host, Mr. Nick, with Good Morning, USA. See here. Let's begin with our current weather conditions for if you live in and around Traverse City, Michigan. Your current temp is 69 degrees, feels like 69, high is 75, low of 59. And your current closest lightning strike if you live in and or near Traverse City. Give me one moment while I try to figure this bugger out here. Again, we're kind of going old school here. I'm trying to do this with two different mobile devices, and it is making it difficult. I've got one that seems to be having technical difficulties. Okay. Apparently my app seems to be having problems loading. So if you stay tuned for me. Hang on, guys. Anyway, so hope y'all are doing well. And as soon as I can bring you something here, we'll bring it to you. Traverse City, current conditions are 70 degrees. Your current temperature is 70 degrees. And current closest lightning strike if you live in Traverse City, Michigan, would be we'll get you here. So it looks like the closest lightning strike here to Traverse City is 25.8 miles according to and I hope WeatherBug doesn't mind the plug. But check them out, they've got a pretty good weather app. So looks like there's some thunderstorms on the horizon for if you live in and or near Traverse City, Michigan. Current weather conditions if you live on Eastern Shore, Maryland, Sherwood, Maryland, Easton, Maryland, that area. Your current temp is 78, feels like 78, high 83, low 72. And current closest lightning strike is 328 miles away from you. No need to be alarmed. Your current winds are about north at about 4 miles an hour with gusts up to 7 miles an hour. And let's see. So let's do Naples, Florida. If you live in and or near Naples, Florida, in and or around Naples, Florida, your current temp is 82. Feels like 91. Ooh, they've got a serious heat index out there in Naples, Florida. It's current temp is 82 and it feels like it's 91. So please, folks that live in Naples, Florida, anywhere where your heat index is higher than your actual temperature, please stay well hydrated. High temperature expected today for Naples, Florida is 86. Your low is 74. Current closest lightning strike is 173 miles away. No need to worry at this point. Current winds for Naples, Florida, 9 miles an hour southeast and about 17 miles an hour gusts. And we'll go to southeastern Illinois, northeastern Illinois, excuse me. Give me one moment. Check northeastern Illinois. Mr. Nick, your host with Good Morning USA, and I'm trying to do this old school, so to speak. Stand by, my friends. still, I'm wondering if, you know, if I get more subscribers, maybe we could take this program live at some point here. Tell me what you think in the comments. Okay, if you live in northeastern Illinois, your current temp is 67. You have a 50% chance of storms today in the northeastern Illinois area. So watch out, stay tuned. Your current closest lightning strike, if you live in northeastern Illinois, is 113 miles away. You currently have a little bit of rain showing up on radar. And again, this is coming to you courtesy of WeatherBug. I really hope they don't mind the plug. Your expected low today is low is 60. Your expected high is 67. You've already reached your high at 67 northeastern Illinois. How about that? And you have an 80% chance of storms. I looked like it was 50, but I think they just updated. So, northeastern Illinois, folks there, please watch for the storms, stay alert, stay safe, and WeatherBug's a really good weather app, weather service, I think. Just as for instance, the other day we weren't expecting thunderstorms. Our local meteorologist either didn't see it on the radar, or it was making it appear to them that, you know, their radar service or radar system was making it appear to them, our local meteorologist, that it wasn't going to happen here in this location. But lo and behold, we had one come through. I mean, it was a very light one as compared to some. For us, I mean, it was a very light one. It wasn't much at all. And a little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning, and it left pretty quickly. Left a decent amount of rain. Well, not too much, though, in my, kind of right in my locale. Funny things happen where I'm at. And sometimes it'll rain just down the road from where I'm at right now, but yet it won't rain where I'm at. And then sometimes it'll rain here, but it won't rain over there. Now let's see if we can get some of your headlines up here. How's that sound? So I hope you guys are enjoying this new program. I certainly would like to expand it a little bit. I am currently working it and trying to close out I do work for Kmart, and it's one of the ones that are closing. We do still have a few in Michigan. So folks, please, on the Kmart Sears issue, please don't be mistaken and be misled by so many YouTube video creators who are, they're looking at this as a company just folding and they're just this and that and that. Now, my personal belief is perhaps the CEO is in panic mode right now, but that could also have to do with bankers who may be somewhat in control, who are pushing him to do one thing or the other, and you know, and maybe he's got a strategy we don't know. However, just like in northern Michigan alone, if you look up in northern Michigan, there's a Kmart in Grayling, a Kmart in Charlevoix, and the West Branch is closing, I know that much, but Grayling and Charlevoix are safe as we speak for a while. They're going to stick it out a little while. As far as they know, they're not closing. Grayling and Charlevoix, and then there's a couple others in Michigan, northern Michigan, and some in southern Michigan. So not every single Kmart is going to close. Now, yes, they did close many more Kmarts than Sears, which, in my own personal opinion, I believe is a mistake. Number one, Kmart is potentially, it, they've got to have Kmart to, that company's got to have Kmart to survive. Because the Kmart it's the higher volume stores. When they sell things in higher volume. Where your Sears stores are more niche. They're kind of, they don't have a catalog anymore. So I think that was a big mistake on their part, getting rid of that catalog. But just don't believe everything you hear by YouTube. I personally work for YouTube. Now, if you get a YouTuber that has worked for Kmart and understands the company and the system, then those are probably the YouTubers to get your actual information, your real information about Kmart and what's going on with them. Those are probably the people worth subscribing to as well. There are some that do this just for fun, and while they do a good video, it's not always accurate. But if you want accurate information, look for current and former Kmart employees who may be doing videos on it. I'm gonna kind of shy away from that a little bit. Every now and then we'll talk about the Kmart issue, the Sears, and their struggle to stay alive as a company. Alrighty, so how about if we go to the Washington Examiner for our first headline of the morning. And again, this is Good Morning USA. I'm your host, Mr. Nick. I hope you guys are enjoying the program. Okay. Stephen Hawking says smart pill is proven to double IQ. We can now access 100% of the brain. Stephen Hawking credits his ability to function and maintain focus on such a high level to a certain set of smart drugs that enhance cognitive brain function and neutral connectivity while strengthening the potential cortex and boosting prefrontal cortex and boosting memory and recall. In an interview with Anderson Cooper, Anderson Pooper Scooper, okay, well, we want to be careful about those guys from CNN. We already know who they are. In an interview with Anderson Pooper Scooper, Stephen Hawking said that his brain is sharper than ever, more clear and focused, and he credits a large part of using Apollo IQ booster. Hawking went on to add, the brain is like a muscle. You got to work it out and use supplements, just like bodybuilders use, but for your brain, and that's exactly what I've been doing to enhance my mental capabilities. Everyone that has taken this from athletes like Tom Brady to musicians like Kanye West, have nothing but praise for the brain booster, which doubles IQ, skyrockets energy levels, and connects areas of the brain not previously connected. Apollo IQ booster works so well for these guys, we had to ask, is it safe? After 7 years, Harvard scientists finally break new ground and usher in the future of brain science with the invention of new smart drugs that increased IQ, memory, and focus up to 100%. Over a decade ago, Harvard assembled a team of neuroscientists to work on coming up with a natural brain supplement that could effortlessly boost IQ. Today, these scientists made the breakthrough that we're seeking and made the discovery of lifetime that came up with a brain boosting smart drug that surpasses all limits of known science. The supplement they created is now the best treatment available to improve memory, sharpen attention, increase focus, and boost overall IQ. And there are many brain supplements, supplements and vitamins. And my take on that, I would suggest going into a health food store. Many of them have, they're trained in like natural foods. They're trained in how they work to, and not only maybe enhance some of your bodily functions, but they've also got the education. And I think it's called, part of it's So I would certainly refer to some in the health food store industry. You got to be careful of some people, but then again, don't just go to anybody for your information on that. Okay, so you can read more on this breakthrough drug here at the Washington Examiner. Let's see here. Alright. And can you believe this one, folks? Here we go. Another headline for you. And then we'll get on with some other fun stuff, maybe. This is from the Washington Examiner. Press challenges Trump's masculinity. That's funny. Alright, so prominent voices in the national media are attempting to hit President Trump where it hurts. His manhood. I've got a video in the way, excuse me, there we go. Alright, so journalists are calling Trump's masculinity into question soon after okay, so here we go. Hang on, boys. Prominent voices in the national media are attempting to hit President Trump where it hurts his manhood. Journalists are calling Trump's masculinity into question soon after White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci was ousted after his profanity-laced screed in New Yorker magazine. New York Times columnist Roger Cohen on Monday likened the White House staff to a 16th century Italian comedy and said Trump would best be portrayed by a character who pretended to be well endowed. The president and everyone is clearly a vecchio or elder, wrote Cohen. I think that guy's full of shit. He's probably best imagined as the miserly Venetian known as Pantalone, wandering around in red breeches with the oversized codpiece of would-be womanizer. And no, folks, Trump is not a womanizer. He is married. He has a beautiful family. These are absolutely false, whatever you want to call them, allegations. They are, it's defamation of character. And we must be careful of this. We must be careful. These are people trying to completely deface the Trump family, completely make them illegitimate. They're trying their damnedest to prevent him from doing what he promised us to do. Now, folks, you need to stay tuned. You need to stay strong. If you voted for Trump, you need to stay strong. You need to stay with it. Hold him accountable. But give him space, give him room to work, and make sure the libertards don't win on this fight. Okay? The libertarians are all the Democrats that have went crazy, which is about most of them. They, there are some that smartened up and are trying their damnedest to be legitimate Democrats, and good for them, because they need it. Their party is in serious need of some people who can, hold to reality that Trump is president, and there's nothing they can do about it. And, holding to the reality that the American people elected this person, President Trump, legitimately. The president at 71 is clearly a vecchio. Again, this is coming from the Washington Examiner. Or elder, wrote Cohen. He is probably best imagined as a miserly Venetian known as Pantalone, wandering around in red breeches with the oversized codpiece of the would-be womanizer. And again, he's not a womanizer. The key to understanding him is probably that oversized cut piece. On the same day, David Brooks, also a Times columnist, said that the Trump administration certainly giving us an education in the varieties of wannabe meanness, and that the president demeanor is parody of manliness. Boy, some of these people are just weird. Just absolutely weird. I don't know how the Washington Examiner got through this report without laughing their heads off. In the few days of the new role at the White House, Scaramucci, who unexpectedly resigned on Monday, put himself forward as swaggering in-your-face tough guy, sniping publicly at other White House staff, most famously in an interview with New Yorker magazine. The anti-Trump writer Kevin Williamson wrote Sunday in a National Review that both Scaramucci and Trump displayed characteristics of insecure men aspiring for alpha male status, an obsession for some sexually unhappy contemporary men. Does he look like he's sexually unhappy? No. No, Trump is not sexually unhappy. I know for a fact. At 71, I don't think he cares one way or the other. He's got a beautiful family. He's got a really cool young son. And his kids, and especially his young son, are off limits, libertards. Off limits. Anti-Trump writer Kevin Williamson wrote, okay, we did that already, didn't we? Hang on. The 2016 campaign, particularly during the Republican primary, was often seen as a display in male aggression and one-upmanship of an unofficial scale of masculinity. Trump memorably tagged the then GOP candidate Jeb Bush with the low-energy title that many saw as a jab at his fertility. Marco Rubio, late in the contest, dredged up an old Mad magazine joke about Trump having small hands as a retort to the celebrity businessman's little Rubio taunt. And you know what they say about small hands, Rubio had said during a campaign rally in Virginia. During a debate, Trump responded to the suggestive remark by saying, I guarantee you there's no problem. On Trump's decision to publicly and aggressively criticize Sessions on other times, writer Maureen Dowd said last weekend the president is trapped in a caricature of masculinity that corrodes his judgment. Are we serious about this? And conservative Wall Street journalist, columnist Peggy Noonan, writing last Thursday on Trump's well-known Twitter outburst, said Trump is a drama queen. He's a drama queen? I don't think so. He's got the wrong parts for that. He could be a drama king, but I don't think so either on that. It just isn't happening. And must remind people of their first wife. Wow. I seriously don't know how. Okay, you can share your thoughts with your friends, folks. This is coming from the Washington Examiner, and I don't know how they got through writing this report without laughing their heads off. Or laughing their asses off. It's just too insanely weird. Okay. Can we find anything else interesting here today? Thank you, folks, for staying with me. I appreciate it. I'm your host, Mr. Nick, with Good Morning USA. And stay tuned, folks. I'm going to see if I can bring up some interesting news here. Excuse me. Alright, see if we get any more information from our friend Tari. And so Sheila wants to load here. Come on there, Sheila. It's my other device, not my girlfriend. Okay. Yes, sir. I do believe that Atari's been super quiet about this. All I have so far is their little video there. I'm not going to turn it on because you can check it out at AtariBox.com. It's a very short clip and it doesn't say much. Kind of lets you know that they're up to something though at Atari. Okay, and folks, just so we know, we've got to really stay tuned for this, and we've got to try very hard to fight the MSM bullshit. Oh, did I say that? Oops. Anyway, you know what I mean. To all my viewers, my subscribers, you know what I mean. The MSM BS is just, it's ludicrous. It's nonsense. It's, they remind me more of monkeys trying to figure something out. It didn't do anything else. But let's all, whether you like Trump or not, it doesn't matter. He is president. He was legitimately elected, and he is our president, my president, and yours. We've got to stay strong in this fight. Let's do all we can to help him drain the swamp, help him rid DC of corruption, and keep in mind those initials are District of Corruption, not District of Columbia anymore. They are District of Corruption and collusion from the Clinton campaign. No, did I say that? You guys know what I mean. We know who actually did what. I mean, the smart people, the people that are awake, are the Trump supporters. And that's that, and that is it. And those are my thoughts. You can go ahead and leave your comments in the comment section. Be aware that though I'm pretty, I will leave a lot of comments. Be aware that if your comment is too extreme, it might be flagged, or you might be, asked to edit it. That would probably be my first step. I'd probably ask you to edit it. But in general, you can post any comment you want. I just would like to see you be factual. Come up with good comments. Start a good conversation, a healthy conversation. Whether you agree or disagree, I don't care. That's fine. You can agree or disagree. And if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. And leave a comment in the comment section. And this is Mr. Nick for USA. Good morning, USA. Guys, have a great day. And sorry about the delay in getting this out. Hope you guys have enjoyed this program. Thank you again. Have a great day and God bless. Mr. Nick out for Good Morning USA.